Okay, so I never played or seen anything Star Wars related in my life. Partially it's because I'm not a loser, but mostly it's because there are a lot of movies and series, and nobody got time for that. But one day I was scrolling through my PlayStation library and I saw a game that I always wanted to give a shot. I'm of course talking about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, released in November 19, 2019, published by the company everybody loves with zero total haters, EA.
Stop the cap.
Now going in this game my expectations were high, because I never heard a single person say anything negative about it, so I hope this doesn't disappoint. Fallen Order has a total of 40 trophies we need to get and 3 stages we need to complete. Stage 1 is to simply complete and enjoy the story, which was easy to do since there are a total of 0 missable trophies. Stage 2 is to get all 250 collectibles. Stage 3 is the cleanup stage, where we get any trophies that are remaining. Now that we know what to do, we can finally start the story, but before we start, I heard if you like and subscribe, Jar Jar Binks will give you a foot job tonight, so I wouldn't miss this opportunity. The story starts on a huge ship on a planet named Bracca. We meet our main character Cal Kestis. Cal is a Jedi disguised as a scrapper. The reason he's disguised is because if the Empire knows you're a Jedi, they will hunt you down to the ends of the earth. We got a task to secure some cables on the ship. While making our way there, we learn the basic movements and controls. When we finally get to the top of the ship, the cables we were going to fix break, and that causes our friend Prauf to fall off the ship, which made us use the Force for the first time in years. When the Empire heard of this, they wasted no time to come look for us. Prauf tried to take the blame, but they still found out it was us, and the Ninth Sister threw us off a mountain. But luckily, we fell into a moving train. This part serves as a combat tutorial showing us how to do the basic stuff with our lightsaber. Huh, that's interesting, that's what my uncle used to teach me. The Ninth Sister catches up to us, and while we're fighting her, a ship pulls up and saves us. This ship is called the Mantis, and inside we meet Grease, the captain, and Seer. Wait, is that?
We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no!
Don't worry though, in this game she isn't a total bitch. She's a former Jedi, and she tells us that she needs our help to rebuild the Jedi Order. We agree, and that popped our first trophy. The first thing we have to do is open the vault on the planet Pogano, because she believes that inside the vault is the key to restore the Jedi Order. While making our way to the vault, we meet BD1, our best friend for the whole entire game. With our new friend, we make our way to the vault. When we get inside, BD1 shows us a holocron of a Jedi, who talks about some younglings who can be used to restore the Order or something like that. He's talking too fluently, I don't understand. After the cutscene, we get another trophy. To track down the holocron, we headed to another planet to explore a tomb. While making my way there, I got a trophy for defeating 50 enemies with reflected blaster bolts. Next we entered the tomb, which was a huge puzzle. Everybody knows I'm missing a few brain cells, so this took me an embarrassingly long time to get through. But once I finished it, I got rewarded with another trophy.
There's only one way to find out.
Next we headed to another planet named Kashyyyk, which happens to be in a war with the Empire. When we arrive, we climb and hijack an AT-AT, which we used to destroy the others in our way. Once we got out, we met Saw Gerrera, who tells us that he needs our help because the Empire captured some hairy creatures. Who doesn't like hairy stuff? So I went ahead and saved them.
Cal.
After we returned to Zepho to explore another tomb, and let me tell ya, my 4 brain cells really worked hard to solve some of these puzzles. But while we were exploring, the second sister found us again, and we had to fight her. But unfortunately, we were getting whooped, because we're not strong enough yet. So BD1 put a barrier so she doesn't attack us. After the fight, she reveals her identity. She also reveals that she used to be partners with Seer before she sold her out to the Empire. Next I decided to get some miscellaneous trophies, with the first one being for kicking a Philic back after he kicked me. Next I went for the bank shot trophy. For this trophy, I had to throw an enemy onto another enemy using the Force. While making my way out of the tomb, I also got the trophy for parrying 100 enemies. And a bit later I got the next trophy for completing the tomb. I ran into a workbench and I decided to get the trophy for fully customizing a lightsaber. While exploring, we got kidnapped and had to fight in an arena, but it's not important because there are no trophies tied to this. When we got back to the ship, Kyle confronted Seer about how she used to be partners with the second sister, but got interrupted by Mari, who told us we need to head back to Kashyyyk to climb the Tree of Origin to get answers. While climbing my way to the top, I got another trophy for customizing the look of Cal, BD-1 and the Mantis. When we finally got to the top of the origin tree, the ninth sister, who looks like a Taylor Swift fan pushing 500 pounds, attempts to fight us, but I cut her hand off, which gave me another trophy. And even after that, she didn't give up, so we pushed her off a 6,000 foot tree. Next we headed to the worst planet of this game, Dathomir. It almost looks as bad as Asmongold's room. Here we needed to find the holocron for the last time. But this emo night sister tried stopping us by sending her goons to attack us. After taking them out, we meet this homeless guy who warned us about the tomb we're about to enter. He's probably on drugs, what could possibly go wrong? After defeating the giant bat, we finally make it to the door that will get us to the Astrium. But Cal starts getting flashbacks from when he was a kid.
I heard we're getting new orders, so finally. Something is...
Remember the homeless dude that warned us about the big bat? Yeah, he started stripping right in front of me. Oh, and he's a former Jedi who wanted to use the power of the Night Sisters to kill other Jedis. And obviously, we couldn't let that slide. But we couldn't fight him right now, since, you know. So we headed to another planet named Ilum to build another lightsaber. While making my way back so I can viciously beat this homeless man, I ran into a bounty hunter, which upon defeating him, gave me this trophy. Now we can finally fight the former Jedi, and this was no easy task, but after the Night Sister buried him alive, we got the next story trophy. Now all that's left is one thing, and that's to go back to Bogano and open the vault. But before I did that, I accidentally got a trophy for recruiting all possible crew members for the Mantis. After I went straight to the vault and got another trophy. But when we opened the vault and got the holocron, the second sister stole it and ran away with it, so we had to go and get it back from the big Empire base. While fighting her, I got another trophy for hitting a single enemy with all 3 lightsaber types. After the fight, Darth Vader shows up and kills the second sister. What a tragedy. After killing her, he attempts to kill us, but we escaped by Seer doing a force thingy, and when we got back to the ship, Cal breaks the holocron like we didn't spend 12 hours trying to get it. Typical Ginger moment. But at least, we got the final story trophy. Now it's time to get the collectibles, but while I was getting all 250 of the collectibles, I decided to get some miscellaneous trophies out of the way as well. Starting with Kickoff. For this trophy, I had to kill an enemy only using kicks. Next, I got the triple take for killing 3 enemies with a single lightsaber throw. This next one is probably my favorite trophy from the game. I had to slow down an enemy exactly when he shot at me, then pull him into his own bullet. A bit later I got the trophy for slicing an Ogodo's tongue. I then precision evaded 100 attacks. And then I got my first collectible trophy for getting 75 echoes out of the 120. Thank you for not making me get all of them, EA. Next, I threw 25 enemies to their deaths. This next one was a bit more annoying for defeating 25 enemies while they were slowed. Explored the ship, defeated all 4 legendary creatures, which gave me enough XP to get all skills. Next I got all BD1 stem canisters, as well as all of his holomaps. Finally started finishing up on the collectibles. After, I defeated 20 enemies with explosives.
All allied units down.
Got another trophy for growing a bunch of plants.
Hey kid, I've been meaning to...
I then defeated an enemy with a hacked droid. And for the final trophy, I had to scan all enemy types, which was a little glitchy because some enemies for some reason didn't scan. But it's an easy fix, all you have to do is find the same enemy on a different planet, and that popped the last trophy, as well as the platinum. This game was really fun. I didn't expect it to feel as much as Dark Souls as it did, which really made me enjoy the combat. Overall, I really enjoyed this game, so maybe one day I'll platinum Star Wars Outlaws.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Fuck, you digging in me, you digging in me, you digging in a nigga, you digging in, go ahead, man.